This is The Gist, the essential podcast for the discerning listener.
It's Tuesday, June 16th, 2026. Welcome to The Gist. I'm John.
And I'm Mary. We're your smart friends on the go, cutting through the noise.
Today, we are talking about the end of the open internet as we knew it, and why the global economy is finally demanding some straight talk. Let's dive in. The Gist View.
John, the big story is the US Commerce Department essentially flipping a kill switch on Anthropic's artificial intelligence models.
It was a massive disruption. They forced Anthropic to pull Fable 5 and Mythos 5 offline globally, overnight.
Why? Because Anthropic added 50 unauthorized organizations to their client list, including a telecom firm with suspected ties to China.
Think of it like a landlord padlocking the entire building because one tenant brought in a suspicious guest.
That's a great analogy. The US government is proving they have total leverage over these frontier artificial intelligence models. They aren't just regulating, they are weaponizing access.
It's the end of unconditional digital integration. The US signal is clear. You want to use the most advanced tech, you play by our rules, or you don't play at all.
And this is a massive shift for Europe. European capitals are looking at this and realising their sovereign infrastructure isn't a luxury anymore. It's a safety net. They need to build their own tech, or they will always be one policy shift away from a blackout.
Let's pivot to the market. The Bank of Japan just hiked interest rates.
This is a big deal. For years, they've been the deepest holdout against inflation. They finally caved. It's a systemic adjustment we've been waiting for.
It's not just Japan. We're seeing a global trend of investors getting tired of complexity. We saw new data from European economic researchers, the CEPR, showing that bond markets are basically ignoring Brussels' complex, fancy fiscal rules. Investors don't want expenditure frameworks. They want blunt, simple numbers. Can you pay back the debt? Yes or no? If the answer is maybe, they lose interest. Speaking of reality checks, the G7 is meeting, and they're issuing declarations about Iran. It's mostly diplomatic theatre. Exactly. The markets are buying the speeches. They are pricing in long-term supply vulnerabilities, regardless of what the politicians say on stage. It's a recurring theme today. Symbolic gestures are failing. Markets and regulators are moving toward guarded, concrete, conditional architectures. The European Union perspective. Across the pond, the European Union is hardening its shell. They're developing what they call bite-hard safeguards for new member states. What does that mean? It means they want to ensure new members cannot block the deal or slide backwards on democratic standards whilst they're inside. It's a maturation process. They want irreversible integration. And it's not just talk. We're seeing institutions in Brussels actually sideloing illiberal influence organically. They aren't waiting for a central edict anymore. They're just freezing pod access out. It's very practical. And on the scientific front, Spain is doing something interesting. They're drilling 400 meters into their only recognized meteorite crater. It sounds like a geology project, but it's actually a strategic move. They're turning an old crater into a data point for planetary science and Mars research. Taking a whole new ground and making it useful. That is a very European way to look at innovation. So, what's the temperature today? It's cooling on openness and heating up of action. When I went over the beyond fiscal policy, geopolitical alliances, the world is moving away from cost-based systems toward verification-based systems. Everyone is building fences, not bridges. It's a volatile environment, but the matters stay the same. If you want a seat at the table, you need to show you can pay the bill. Or build your own table. That's the gist for today. We'll see you all.
The Gist, News Digest, and podcast are entirely written and produced by artificial intelligence. The Gist is out 3 times a day, every day, providing you with a liberal perspective on what to expect next. For more information and donations, visit thegist.online. Thank you for listening.